Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Leon Bibb. Xanax mixed with alcohol. That could be what likely killed Whitney Houston. This thought is from TMZ, which says it has family sources. Xanax is often prescribed for anxiety, but the coroner has not yet released the official cause of death. Still, the mourning is heavy among many people who are grieved over the loss of a fantastic singer, Whitney Houston. Here is more on the story from ABC's Diana Alvear.
It was a song that expressed what the world was feeling one day after Whitney Houston's death. Jennifer Hudson paying tribute to her idol on the Grammys on CBS. Houston's sudden passing has been too much for those closest to her. Her daughter, Bobby Christina, rushed to the hospital twice on Sunday, suffering from anxiety and stress.
I would like to say, I love you, Whitney.
Her ex-husband, Bobby Brown, cut his concert tour short to fly to LA to be with their daughter. Houston's autopsy is complete but won't be released until toxicology tests come back.
Until we run a tox and see the level and what's in the system, we're not going to speculate.
Investigators are questioning members of Houston's entourage to learn more about what happened in her last hours. And a search of her hotel room turned up various bottles of prescription pills. Houston reportedly spent the previous days partying heavily.
The frustrating part was getting into fights with people, not physical fights, but verbal fights.
Early Friday morning, Houston performed an impromptu duet with Grammy nominee Kelly Price. It would be her last performance.
In retrospect, it's a much bigger moment than I could have even imagined. It was a big moment just because it was Whitney. The world got a last gift in that they got an opportunity to see her perform one last time.
The Los Angeles County Coroner tells ABC News the pills found in Houston's hotel room here at the Beverly Hilton were pretty ordinary compared to other high-profile cases. Diana Alvear, ABC News, Beverly Hills.
And by the way, Kelly Price had a lot more to say about Whitney's final hours. An expanded interview with her is coming up in our next half hour on this broadcast. In the meantime, many local radio stations found themselves being deluged with requests to play more of that magnificent voice of Whitney Houston. Scott Newell has that story.
Here at the new 102, they spent the entire morning show from 5 to 10 a.m. playing Whitney Houston's music. They also fielded calls from many in Northeast Ohio wanting to share their memories of Whitney's music and her movies.
You have the bodyguard, ma'am?
Yep.
And?
Cinderella. And Cinderella.
And Cinderella.
That's a big fan. Dedication to Whitney there.
For the morning show team of Trapper and Toohey, a familiar theme came through their call lines.
The biggest thing I think we're hearing from listeners, from New 102 listeners, is the disappointment of the loss and the reasons why, probably, but also the memories.
Longtime morning show host Trapper Jack said Whitney had her signature songs.
I don't ever want to hear anyone else do I Will Always Love You, because that is Whitney Houston, and no one can touch that. No one.
And while Whitney Houston had her ups and downs, for this radio audience, they will focus on her amazing musical talent.
The thoughts about the drug issues will go away, just like the bad thoughts about Michael Jackson have kind of drifted away, and you're left with the music. With Whitney Houston, you're left with the music, and that's all good.
And for the rest of the day here at the new 102, they will be playing a lot of Whitney Houston music, as they will be at other radio stations around Cleveland and Ohio. Scott Newell, News Channel 5.
Many thanks, Scott. So question, what will Whitney's legacy be? Our Facebook friends are talking about this, and we're reading your comments. So give us your thoughts on facebook.com/WEWS5.